call the April 26, 2021 meeting to order. Roll call.
David?
Here.
Melanie? Here. Craig?
Here.
Becky?
Here.
Jay?
Here.
Andy?
Here.
All those present?
Dave, you want to lead us in a prayer?
Lord, thank you for this beautiful day we had today, Lord. And Lord, give us counsel and the wisdom to make the decisions for our village and be with our mayor tonight as we make decisions for our citizens, Lord. And touch the families that's been this terrible virus and have your healing hand, Lord. And be with our country tonight and be with them, Jesus, and touch them in our great USA. In Jesus' wonderful name, amen.
Amen.
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Okay, I'd like to have a motion to approve the minutes from the council meeting held on April 12th and the finance work session held on April 21st.
You had that motion?
I'll second.
That's David and Craig.
Craig?
Roll call.
David?
Yes.
Melanie? Yes. Craig?
Yes.
Becky?
Yes.
Jay?
Yes.
Andy?
Yes.
Mayor's report, I have just a couple things. One, May 6th is National Day of Prayer, and the church, the Methodist Church did reach out and wanted to know if they could use the gazebo on that day from 12 to 1, and also Village Hall if for some reason there's inclement weather. I didn't see that there was a problem, but I told her I would bring it to council and make sure. Do I need to make a motion or just ask if there's any
objections?
any objections to that? If it does rain, I'll just make sure that I'm come up here and open up for them. Okay. Also, Madison Plains is is having a renewal levy this year, and they have a virtual meeting scheduled for the 29th at 7 o'clock. And you can go to their website to get the dial-in information if you're interested. Also, starting to get really nice out. It's getting to the end of the school year, so please watch out for kids and bicycles and dogs and frisbees. That's what I have. President Pro Tem, Mr. Petty.
Absolutely, thank you. Just wanted to take the time to honor Lieutenant John McClellan. We had the memorial service for him this weekend. It was a beautiful service. Just to, again, just learning about who he was. I never had the opportunity to meet him, but just realizing the impact he had on this village. 50 years, and just hearing the story, and got to meet his wife and talk to his family, and just phenomenal people. Just the Chief Taylor did a great job of organizing everything and just honoring this man and what he's done. And so thank you to the community as well for supporting their family. It was great to see the impact. It's great to see even just the support that our community did, and despite the rain, even stood outside the road and just made sure to share their respect. So that was very impactful. Kind of piggyback what you said, weather's getting nice, school's getting out, weather's getting crazy. Traffic's gonna pick up at Deer Creek Park, so you're gonna see a lot more traffic, motorhomes, RVs, boats. Just be considerate, slow down, use your turn signal, stop at stop signs, and just let's be smart about that. Also, just I'm gonna let the committee chairs kind of share what's been going on. Like I said, we've had a lot of meetings and just really tackling some big assignments. And along those lines, again, I always want to implore the community to attend every committee meeting possible. The times are on the websites, or if you have questions, ask a council member. And that's all I have to report.
Okay, thank you. Bob, do you have anything? All right, executive session, we have none. That takes us to department reports. We don't see Mr. Dill, but
Yep.
Courtney?
Mr. Crabb gave me a report from the drug take-back. So they held the drug take-back out here behind Town Hall on Saturday, April the 24th. He reported that there were 4 deputies here accepting those unwanted or unneeded drugs. Also, Sheriff Swaney was on site as well. They also gave away some disposable drug kits that were given away for members or residents or people that were dropping things off. And he said that the next drug take-back day will be in August, on a Saturday.
Courtney, I was down there and it was a good turnout too. It was really was and
We didn't
everything.
have numbers yet to report.
Yeah, but we had a lot of them come in there.
Yeah.
It was good.
Crab said he had a good-sized stash.
Yes, yes.
He said he was not impressed, but he was
Yeah.
impressed with the response that we got, so.
Law director, I don't have anything for Mr. Stevens, Mr.
Nope. Mr.
Bri-
Smith?
Yeah. Where did I? Oh.
Stephen is his first name. It's
Yeah, I'm
okay.
looking at all these names going, wait a minute, that's not right. So that'll take us to utility clerk, Misty.
Okay, I have a quick question about the Madison Plains School
Mhm.
Levy. When is that meeting? Because I know that I'll be asked many times.
It's the 29th. Oh, is their virtual meeting?
Yeah,
Yeah.
okay.
The 29th at 7 p.m.
Yep.
Thank you.
I don't know if they'll have any, I imagine they might have some more, but that's all they
Yes,
have right
They
now.
did have Fairfield Township building.
Mhm.
They did have that last week.
Yep.
And then, just a quick report on the delinquents. And there's about 66 accounts that, still need to be paid for this month. And that is, the total is about, or actually $12,197. So, you know, still have a few days to get in there, and payday Friday always, you know, towards the end of the month, always brings in very more payments. There is, 2 other delinquents not included in that the county is getting a check to us for them. So, and those totals are almost $1,200. And I always remind them that their fees do continue to go on, you know, although that they're getting that portion paid, so we've made that clear to them. About, I guess that's enough of that part of it, I mean, plain and simple. If anybody, wants to be on my little team on beautifying the lawn out here, yeah, I know you wanna
Just
do,
got
Judge, edging it and making it pretty, we're gonna do that, so.
Talking about on cleanup day.
Everybody fight at once. But yeah, it just needs cleaned up. I mean, it just needs beautified a little bit, so. Anyway, just shout out. Pick your flowers, spray them.
All right, thank
That's
you.
about it. If anybody has any questions, you know where I am, you got my email, and,
Mitzi, is the delinquents though starting to catch up a little bit at all, coming in, paying?
yeah, I mean, if you go back just a few months ago, I'll tell you, one thing I really noticed them, going down is when people were getting the checks, their stimulus check. And,
Okay.
you know, there's the few that were on a payment plan, we stuck to it, and, you know, that's the thing, is being consistent with it.
Okay.
So,
Yeah, thank you.
you're welcome.
Zoning building, Mr. Hale is not here. Does anybody have a report for him or from him? No? That takes us to our fiscal officer.
Okay, I don't have a lot, let's see. Everybody received their financial reports. And I take it there were no questions on them. So everything looks good. I won't go through them because everybody's viewed them. The public is always welcome to request those. If you have any questions in any regards to any of the finances, please let me know. But as far as where we're at, I do always want to hit on the appropriation status, which is the monies that we expend. And if you guys want to pull that out, I always look at the general fund. The general fund is actually behind what's been budgeted. So we're at 16%. Normally, we're actually in the first month going into the second quarter of the year. So that's well below where we should be. We should be around 26, 27%. So that's good. Expenditures are down, obviously. The water fund, I always like to look at those two enterprise accounts, and they're at 12%, so we're even, below budget on the water. Sewer fund is at 10%, so even better. So again, not a lot of things that are not going to have been popping up, but again, Madison County doing a great job at doing inside repairs instead of having contractual services done, so a lot to them. And I'm assuming that the wastewater will announce it again, about the water plant open house is May the 19th from 10 to 2 and 5 to 7. So please come out, it's on the flyer, we do have it on our website, so please come join us, bring your questions. I assume some of the members will be there, I will be there, Marcy will be there to answer some questions, and then also operators. Operators will be there, there'll be about 5 on site, so they can definitely answer all the water quality questions that you have. They can do on-site testing for you, but if you have any questions, feel free to reach out to me, and then I can direct those questions to them. Okay, so getting back to the reports, the revenue status I'm showing for the general fund is at 36%, so that's way above what was budgeted, so that's good news. With those stimulus, like Misty was saying, property taxes are being paid on time, or even any delinquents as well. Let's see, the water fund, what's been budgeted is at 28%, which is a little above what's been budgeted, but like Misty's saying, she's working hard on getting those delinquencies and people paid up. And for the sewer, we are showing at 31%, which is well above budget. Again, everything looks great. You guys got your reader report. And just as a reminder, the April 15th, obviously, due deadline has passed us. So, you may see a reflection of a difference of amounts on here. It may not catch up until the next couple months. So just keep that in mind on your reader report. But with that said, I would ask for a motion to approve the appropriation status, the revenue status, the receipt listing, the payment listing, comparison of budget and appropriated, the cash summary by fund, and the reader report.
I'll give you that.
So that was Andy, Jay,
Roll call.
Melanie, Craig,
Yes.
Becky, Jay,
Yes.
Andy,
Yes.
David?
Yes.
Okay, and I'll pass these around to capture your signatures. And with that, I have no other, I do have one more thing, unless.
Go ahead.
Okay, so, I know it's been brought up during the finance committee, that because of COVID, we've all been using our personal cell phones. And, there was a request, that if Misty Vance could have back pay for reimbursement, for her cell phone. So what we've been doing is, the numbers here, since we couldn't be in the office, have been forwarded to everybody's personal cell phone. So the reimbursement request, and again, this was taken to finance, and spoke briefly about, but any back date from April the 20th, April 2020 to December 2020. That's a total of $270, because currently, in our employee handbook, employees do get $30 a month for phone reimbursement, which is currently being done in the street department. So moving forward, the mayor has talked to Misty in regards to this, so there's $270 that's being asked up front for reimbursement from April until December. And then moving forward, beginning in 2021, any future money, again, for $30 a month, to be paid to her for phone reimbursement. So the motion reads, to pay Misty Vance $270 for the reimbursement for the use of her personal cell phone from April 2020 to December 2020. This motion also includes phone reimbursements to be paid to her beginning 2021, with any future $30 a month being given.
Courtney, is there anybody else in the mix besides?
It's been presented to me and I
Okay.
kindly declined.
Okay. Got it. Thank you very much.
Is there a motion?
I'll give them.
I'll make the motion.
Okay, so Craig was first?
Mm-hmm.
Second?
Roll call.
Okay, Craig,
Yes.
Becky,
Yes.
Jay,
Yes.
Andy?
Yes.
David?
Yes.
Melanie? Yes. Okay, motion's passed.
Can I ask a question about, kind of in regards to that? I know, we're back to work, or Misty and Courtney, I believe, are back to work 3 days a week in-house.
She's been here a little bit more than that,
I've been
and,
mostly,
Okay. Are we gonna, are we looking at any time frame for like full-time back to work?
I mean, we can talk about it maybe, in the next water wastewater meeting. We could talk about it. There's you all know, if you've been here and watched when people know that she's here, it's a bit distracting. So I guess we gotta weigh whether it's, more valuable to have her here versus, at home on those 2 days. She's here Monday, Wednesday, Friday, right, yeah.
Monday, Wednesday,
Yeah,
Friday.
she's just off Tuesday, Thursday, not off, but working from home. So unless you want to discuss it now, I'm fine with that too. I think she would be amicable for, I mean, well, of course, we're her employers, but, I mean, whatever you guys think works the best.
I just know, I mean, I know there's been several people pop in over at my business and say, are they open today? Are they not open today? There's just a little bit of confusion because it was 1 day a week and now it's up to 3. And, you know, with things opening back up more and more, I know people are just, you know, just for consistency, it's just something maybe we should consider soon.
I can put it on the agenda for the water wastewater.
Okay,
I believe they meet next Wednesday.
yeah. Now, and then we could just bring the decision to council then the following week, I guess. Okay, I'm sorry, lost my train of thought there. That takes us to committee reports. Finance, Mr. Drake.
Yeah, I don't have too much additional to add other from Courtney's notes, other than to say that obviously the village remains under fiscal emergency, and the oversight board did meet recently and asked us to look into making sure that our books were balanced as it was related to a couple different funds. We have done that and continue to work through that process. Nothing is today settled in stone because we have to get it all approved before we can even vote on it. So the challenge, of course, is obviously building a plan towards exiting fiscal oversight. We want to get there someday. It ties our hands in a lot of different ways, but I will say that I appreciate everyone who has attended all of the finance special work sessions. They've been held, they're all open. Everyone can attend from the public if you'd like to. We put a lot of focus on trying to make sure that every fund is essentially self-sustaining because the state makes us do that. I also think that we need to have a healthy approach to maintaining all the infrastructure we have here so that we can keep water towers working and sewer plants operating and all those things that need to happen. So it's been a you know, trying time over the last couple of weeks. We've met on multiple occasions, and we're looking forward to hopefully getting some at least good feedback from the oversight staff here very, very shortly, so we can present more of what our budget is looking like going forward. And that's all the report that I have on that.
Thank you. Pleasant Township, Melanie?
The next meeting is 7 p.m. at the council building, and there was something in the Madison Messenger that all 3 of the township trustee seats will be up for election this year, so if anybody in the community is interested, keep that in mind.
When did you say that meeting was? This coming,
May 3rd,
oh, May 3rd?
7 p.m.
Okay. Squad, Jay?
All right, so we did meet on April 14th, just covering your basic business needs, this discussion. The scheduling is so unique for fire as well, and for the squad. It is so unique, and I couldn't imagine what Chief Taylor deals with and how his head hasn't fallen off yet. But, and so we kind of discussed a lot of things like that, looking at it. And then we were requested to kind of look at, last year we gave a hazard pay, like a bonus to a lot of the workers, volunteers, to over at the squad, and so that last, I want to say October, November, and that discussion with Robert McKinn to kind of take a look at that. So we had a special meeting on the 21st to discuss that specifically. And we will be, as things are going on, we're looking at the statistics, how our squad members, anybody riding in those trucks are being affected, what they're running into. And so we did talk about that. We're gonna push the hard discussion on these hazard pays, bonuses, whatever you wanna label them as, for a few more months and just kind of see how this year plays out and finding ways how we can support our team. Our next meeting will be May 12th, May 12th, 8 o'clock over at the squad conference room. And that's all I have.
Fire, Craig?
I don't have a report, but our next meeting is this Thursday night, at the 29th, at 8 p.m.
Thank you. And water, wastewater,
Going on about what Courtney said, the tour will be May the 19th from 10 to 7. You can all come out and talk
That's
to
not
a
right.
operator if you need, or,
that's not,
10 to 2 and 5 to 7.
oh, 10 to 2.
Yep.
10 to 2 and 5 to 7?
yeah.
Okay, sorry. And you talk to an operator, council members will be there, you can ask them any questions. Come out and have a good time and watch your water. And our next meeting for water, wastewater will be May the 5th at 9 a.m., Wednesday. The 5th, I did say it, didn't I?
All right. Street, Andy.
We met in special session last week to consider the placement of stop signs for high and new streets because we're receiving a large number of complaints of speeding traffic, cut-through traffic, particularly during school hours. Now, obviously not exclusively during school hours, but boy, does it sure matter right about then. But in any case, we have a stop sign plan currently. I've gotten feedback from residents over on High Street who have been particularly affected, and not that New Street isn't. I've gotten some initial feedback. I'm pretty sure I know where everyone's thoughts are with this, but we got a game plan together. The stop signs are on order, and we're ready to move forward as soon as we can get those things and at least begin the process of installing them to break up traffic. It's really gotten bad, and we need to do something about it as soon as we possibly can. So that is on the minds of everybody, and we're going to keep on marching until we get that done. As far as potholes go, we're getting estimates back from our primary contractor for doing that. We have to have those in hand before we can do our other major project this year, which is construction on Clark Street. Those two go together because it's the same contractor. We can't have them out here twice because we don't want to pay them twice to come out. Otherwise, we're paying good money for no work. So that has come in today. We're trying to figure out when, in terms of that, what the next steps are for which potholes need to be patched. The biggest and worst are going next. And then we'll be figuring out what the calendar is for all of that, meaning the Clark Street construction as well as the pothole filling. These would be under the streets, these would be the streets that the village controls. So State Route 56 is slightly different. We're going to try to see what we can do about that using highway monies. But that's a little bit more of a more significant construction project because as everyone who has gone down 56 can tell you, they're pretty big. And we are playing whack-a-mole a little bit with the potholes on 56. But today we want to get in a position where we have a game plan for doing that and make sure that they go away and they go away permanently, or at least as long as we can do it. So stay tuned for the next update at the street session, which will be first week in May at 8 a.m. on Wednesday. Thank you very much.
Do we have a no through trucks signs?
Yes, I think those are in stock. We did order some, and this council has already considered and approved the installation of those. It's now time to get those in there as well.
Yeah, I
Those
better
would go
come.
on New Street, Rosewood, and any other crosstown traffic. And I don't see any reason why we shouldn't get going on those either. It's
Okay.
time, it's spring, time to put them in.
Yeah,
We have them, let's do it.
there was a complaint today
Yep,
about
I-
New Street. so-
Absolutely, we get them all the time.
Semi-traffic.
It's time to, we got good weather now, let's get rolling.
And do you know if, the railroad is gonna be, if the railroad company is gonna make the tracks right there on 56?
I do not have a huge amount of insight, and perhaps the mayor can talk a little bit about that if she does, but I don't have a huge amount of insight because that is a rail crossing that's controlled by CSX at this point. And they basically ask us to complain and call their number, which is posted. They were kind enough to patch one side of the street, but they didn't fix, they basically fixed the London side, going to London side of the street, but they didn't fix the other side. And so, or maybe I have that reversed, but in any case, they only fixed one side of the problem and they didn't do the other. So it's time for them to come back and do the other. So I will be happy to look into that more. I know it's a problem. I drove over it tonight coming here. So I don't know why you wouldn't go do the entire thing while you're here, fixing the one side and not the other. I don't know. But we'll look into it. And that's the update I have.
Parks and Rec, Melanie.
All right, we are having our first food and flea market Sunday. Super excited. We've already got vendors signed up, ready to go. Giuseppe's on Wheels. It's a brand new food truck. They do more than just pizza. They are going to be out for sure. If anybody in the community has anything, they're thinking about having a yard sale, come out, set up a table. Let's get everything sold, and anything left over that you don't want, you can have the community cleanup day come and get rid of your junk the next weekend. It's perfect. We had a meeting on the 15th. We finalized the youth league contract. The youth league is up and running out there. Practices started last week. Background checks are back. Kids are out playing in the park. It's great to see. We also finalized the agreement to rent out the shelter house. So the shelter house will be available over the summer if anybody wants to rent that for a birthday party, family reunion, just to get together. That is also going to be available. It was a quick meeting. That was the basis of it. We also presented a project. We're going to see if we can get some guys to help us do a small project out there for the kids. So there'll be more to come on that. Our next meeting will be May the 3rd, 8 a.m. Right here.
Record of retention, Andy.
Yes, we're going to be scheduling our next meeting. It's due before July 1st. We're going to try to do it in May. Have not set a date for that. We'll do that by the next time. It'll be obviously posted on the village website and get it wrapped up. We need to meet.
Okay. Nuisance and abatement, Becky?
Yep, I don't have a lot to report. Our next meeting is May the 5th at 2:30. I do want to reiterate the community cleanup days, community cares and cleanup days. That will be on May the 7th and 8th, and that's from 9 to 5. I challenge everyone to volunteer. You have any time at all those 2 days. I also challenge everyone to look around our community and see any areas that could use a helping hand. If you're at your own residence, you need cut out of the fence, please get it on the list. If you get it on the list now, there's a very, very good chance that it will get done. We are taking phone calls those 2 days during the event, but those will be for smaller things like, a pickup of a mattress or a chair or something like that. We won't be able to spend hours, in your yard or tending to a big project. So, this is a great opportunity to get some volunteers to help you. So I just encourage everyone to take advantage.
Yeah, it was in the paper, the messenger, so hopefully we'll get some more phone calls.
And you can call Town Hall, Extension 1 for the mayor, and she has a list for both volunteers and projects. And then also you can call the Nazarene Church. I believe a lady named Becky is handling those calls. And there's a phone number attached. We probably have that on our website, don't we? The church's phone number that they can call?
It's not on there.
And we add that to there. I know it's an 869 number. I might have it when I dig around.
I don't have it.
You don't have it right there.
I only put on there, to call town hall for us.
Yeah, I guess most people, if you go to the Nazarene Church or you're affiliated with them, you might call that way. But yeah, if,
Will they have a combined list though? Are you
Yes.
guys working off of a shared?
Yeah,
Yes,
I've been sending information that I get over to her, and she's in charge of the master list.
Okay.
Right, and she's kind of assigning projects, you know, and groups to do it. So, yeah, just call town hall, that's easiest. And that's, all I have.
Okay. Safety Block Watch, Mr. Timmons.
I want to thank Sheriff Swaney for coming, and Becky and I throwed the questions at him, and it was good, an interesting meeting. At least he showed up, and he was willing to answer the questions. I was so glad he came, and I'm hoping we can have more meetings like that with the lieutenants and them down the road, which I'm hoping for. And also, I want to thank one of my Block Watch people. He didn't want me to use his name, but he did a good job. There was 2 juveniles, and one of them got his head stuck in a fence. And he helped get him out. He was all right. The mom was frantic, but he's okay. But he tried to get his kitten, and then the kitten went through the fence, and of course, going after the kitten, his head got stuck. A little bit like Leave It to Beaver, but he was okay. And that's what we talk about, safety. And also, though I know it's been brought up here, it's getting closer to May, and the kids are getting excited. It's getting close to summer vacation. So watch out for them, because I know at this time you're eager to get on that bicycle and get out and play and keep your eyes open. And also, be on the aware now, there's people wearing fake tags, acting like they're with some kind of company, and it's going on in Fayette County and Pickaway. It'll just be a matter of time they'll try Madison. But make sure that their credentials are real, and make sure you don't let them in your house, because if they're really with, they're going to be legit. These here are fake, and you can tell. And also, they're doing the old call saying you're behind on your RS taxes, and if you can pay up right now, we need your credit card number, your checking number. Just like I always say, you got a receiver, slam it in their ear so it hurts a little bit. And our next meeting will be Thursday, May 13th at 4 p.m.
Another one, actually this one just happened, is that, and actually it's quite a bit, people are pretending to be from the state, and they're actually contacting people's employers, and saying, hey, they're signing up for benefits under the state, like SNAP and all that stuff too, and they're actually, and some of these employers are actually giving out personal information thinking. So luckily, my boss called me and was like, hey, are you applying? No, sir. And the thing is, though, it came from Clark County, not from Madison, too. So that was kind of the big thing that able to kind of catch the county. But just be aware, or don't, people maybe call you, don't say, yeah. And I was like, yeah, my name's they listed it. Everything was accurate on my information, which is scary, but obviously it's from a wrong area. So make sure to double check on that, and hopefully your employers.
And some people have been applying for unemployment with other people's names. So everything's out there, and you just like Jay said, and you just always beware. If it sounds too good, it probably is a criminal. So.
Yeah, my mom's gotten 2 calls in the last probably week or so. One was from somebody saying that they wanted to go over her Medicare benefits, and make sure she was getting everything she was supposed to get, and we know that wasn't true. And then the other one was our Amazon account. You spent like
the Amazon
$4,000.
accounts.
She said she knew that was wrong, 'cause I don't have $4,000 to spend on Amazon. Yeah, okay. Planning and zoning, Andy.
The committees continue to work very diligently to try to make sure that any resident who requests a permit in any kind of way, all that is processed typically the next meeting. So just again, for way of information, the committees meet twice a month. That means that if you ask for a fence permit or building permit, any kind of permit whatsoever, usually it's on the next one. So you don't have to wait very long at all before you typically get the green light to go ahead and do some construction. And I know everyone is very, very, very on doing construction right now. And we're processing them literally as fast as we can possibly do it. The new zoning map, again, open house, keep me honest, May 18th.
Yes.
And it will be at the community center. And a number of us will be there to show off what the committee's work has been. We're filling in a lot of blanks, not a huge amount of change. I think everybody's going to be pretty much okay with what's there because we didn't really change very much other than to just simply update what the map looks like according to 2021 Mount Sterling. So look forward to see you out there for that. I know May's turned into a really busy month, but the village has got a lot of stuff going and looking forward to really seeing this place grow. So good stuff happening.
What time is that meeting?
I
Is it
think
at
it starts at 6. Yeah, starts at 6, lasts for a couple of hours, get questions in, come take a look.
Okay,
Thank you.
That takes us to ordinances and resolutions. Bertha?
Okay, we have a lot, so bear with me. Okay. The first one is Resolution 2021-04, a resolution authorizing the mayor to execute a renewal of the village's property and liability insurance. This is on the third reading.
Is there a motion to place it on the third reading?
Got that motion?
Motion.
David first, Jay second.
Yep. Roll call?
Becky?
Yes.
Jay? Andy?
Yes.
David?
Yes.
Melanie? Craig?
Yes.
Now can I have a motion to adopt ordinance 2021-04, or resolution, I'm sorry, 2021-04?
You have that?
Second.
Melanie?
Roll call?
Jay?
Yes.
Andy?
Yes.
David?
Yes.
Melanie?
Yes.
Craig?
Yes.
Becky?
Yes.
Okay, the next one is Resolution 2021-05, a resolution authorizing the mayor to execute an agreement with Onyx for technical services to reduce utilities costs. This is on the third reading.
Is there a motion to place this on the third reading?
I'll make that motion.
Okay, so that was at the same time. Who's first?
Ladies first.
Okay. Okay, Melanie, Craig was second.
Roll call?
Jay?
Yes.
Andy?
Yes? Yes.
David?
Yes.
Melanie?
Yes.
Craig?
Yes.
Becky?
Yes.
Yeah, I did have that messed up. Okay, go ahead.
I now motion to adopt resolution 2021-05.
You had that motion?
David?
Is there a second?
A second.
Becky?
Becky? Roll call?
Andy?
Yes.
David?
Yes.
Melanie?
Yes.
Craig?
Yes.
Becky?
Yes.
Jay?
Yes.
Okay, the next one is Resolution 2021-46, a resolution authorizing the mayor to hire Aaron Fulrod as a full-time street utility worker. This is on the third reading.
Is there a motion to place it on third reading?
You have that?
Second.
That's Andy, Becky, second.
Yep. Roll call?
David?
Yes.
Melanie?
Yes.
Craig?
No.
Becky?
Yes.
Jay?
No.
Andy?
Yes.
Okay, now I need a motion to adopt resolution 2021-06.
You had that motion?
Okay,
Okay, so that, I heard Melanie first.
Okay, I'll be second.
David was second.
roll call?
Melanie?
Yes.
Craig?
No.
Becky?
Yes.
Jay?
No.
Andy?
Yes.
David?
Yes.
Okay. Resolution 2021-07, a resolution adopting the Madison County Multi-Jurisdictional Hazard Mitigation 5-Year Plan Update. This is on the second reading.
Is there a motion to place this on the second reading?
Motion.
Second.
That was Becky first,
Craig?
Craig second.
Yep. Roll call?
Craig?
Yes.
Becky?
Yes.
Jay?
Yes.
Andy?
Yes.
David?
Yes.
Melanie?
Yes.
Okay, ordinance 2021-04, an ordinance increasing appropriations to allow the hiring of Aaron Fulrod as a full-time street utility worker. This is the third reading.
Is there a motion to place this on the third reading?
Second.
Melanie's first, Becky second.
Roll call?
Becky,
Yes.
Jay,
No.
Andy,
Yes.
David,
Yes.
Melanie,
Yes.
Craig,
No.
Now I need a motion for passage of ordinance 2021-04.
You had that motion?
Seconded?
David first, Andy second,
Roll call?
Jay,
No.
Andy,
Yes.
David,
Yes.
Melanie,
Yes.
Craig,
No.
Becky.
Yes.
Ordinance is passed. And the last one, ordinance 2021-05, an ordinance authorizing the mayor to execute a service agreement with Valtech Communications. This is on the first reading.
Second?
Jay,
Andy.
Oh, I don't know. Yep.
Andy,
Did you want
second
to
it.
explain that a little bit since it's the first reading?
Yes, so, our contract, this has been mentioned a lot during the wastewater, or no, finance
Finance.
meeting, that our contract with our internet and phone service provider is up. There was some shopping around, with Valtech again, which is our current provider, and getting some, reduction in, cost. This has saved the village between $500 to $600 monthly. On our internet, phone providing services for all of our facilities. That includes town hall, sewer facility, and the water facility. And it's been placed on the first reading. All members, as well as the finance committee, looked it over to make sure that our services that were being provided, obviously are the same. And we just kind of had that quote again to reduce that cost, and it will be fixed at a 3-year contract.
Is there a motion to place it on the first reading?
I had Jay and Andy.
Oh, I'm sorry, yeah, right.
Okay.
Roll call, sorry.
Andy,
Yes.
David,
Yes.
Melanie, Craig,
Yes.
Becky,
Yes.
Jay.
Yes.
Pass on the first reading.
That takes us to roundtable. Does anyone have anything?
At the NAS, we're really getting excited now about the community cleanup. And Dave was kidding me. He said, Dave, since you're an old timer, you can just kind of help manage with all the young ones. But I'll be there. But it's so great that they're soaking. We're going to have 2 dumpsters there. And they're wanting anybody to call in that the church office, they're willing to paint anything, if something can be done. They're wanting to do it. So it's just great. And Reverend Starr's looking so forward to it. And then the World Day of Prayer, which is going to, I heard you mention Methodist Church, the Nazarene Church will be involved in that at 12 noon. And we'll be praying for the country and for our citizens and for everything that's been going on. And we can't have enough prayer, I'll tell you. So, and another thing, the American Legion, we're preparing for Memorial Day, which it'll come around soon, and we're going to have in the month of May. If you know a veteran, thank them for their service. And being one of the commanders, we can't thank them enough for the ones that are serving, that have served, what they've done for this country, so we can sleep at night and not worry about terrorism and stuff. So praise God we have the vets, and that's all I got to say.
Anyone else?
I'd just like to thank Sheriff Sweeney for coming down again. Community policing has been a hot topic over the last couple of years, and it is incredibly important we continue that conversation as to what it looks like over time. And to have his input has been very, very important. So thank you again for coming down.
Anyone else? I just want to thank everybody that's here, including Robert, for your attendance and the massive amount of meetings that we've had over the last few weeks, maybe the last month. I know our patience is worn thin sometimes, and we were dealt a bad hand, but we knew it going in, and we had to deal with it. So I really appreciate everybody's time and patience and willingness to look deep into what we have to look into for the sake of our village. So that's all I have. If anybody else has anything, thank you for a good
Oh,
meeting.
one more thing,
Oh,
Mayor. The Timmons Brothers Rock and Roll Show, if everybody keeps getting their shots, we're hoping to be able to perform by July. So let's keep everybody getting those shots.
Okay. Thank you. We're
Thank you.
adjourned.
Thank you.
Oh, Craig, I'll go get that.